Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Morena, and if you're new here, welcome. In today's video I'm going to show you how I come up with this foundation routine. It's not really one of my best because of the undertones that have come out, but I still like how flawless it looks. Like, look at the foundation. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and let's get into the video. So before I do my foundation, I start with rose water. Rose water is like my holy grail skincare product. As in, I've used rose water for the past, I think, three years or even more. And I used to be so greasy, but nowadays I kind of have a normal skin. I'm still a bit oily around these areas, but the rest of my face is very like normal. So I'm gonna go in with this. Oh, refreshing. And I have this guy here. It's almost that time of the month, so being a woman isn't easy. After that, I go in with my moisturizer. I still can't say anything about it because I feel like it's okay when you put it on your skin. You feel like it has a very thick consistency. It glides on very well. I still don't know if it's meant for my skin because they've not written on it. It has jojoba oil and vitamin E. So after my moisturizer, that's when I put on primer. This primer, I wouldn't recommend it. When I went to buy it, they told me it's for people with oily skin, but I wouldn't say that it really controls your oils during the day, like throughout the day. The only thing that I feel like it helps with is when you apply it before your foundation kind of glides on easily. So there are some primers which are meant for that. It also erases the pores. Like immediately you put it on, you'll notice your pores have gone like a blur. So it does that. But if you want a primer that controls your oil, I don't feel like this really does it. And I don't know, I don't really like products that are very matte, because if you have oily skin and use products that are very matte, they kind of tend to drain the oils from your skin. It makes your skin feel like producing more oils, which will end up making you oily. So I don't like using, even my foundation, the one that I'm using right now is matte, but it's not that drying. So yeah, I'm gonna put this on around these areas which I have pores, and a little bit around here on my T-zone. As you can see, it's colorless. So right now I'm using this foundation. It's a Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Normal to Oily Skin. It's in the shade 334, and my lights are falling. So I use this, and I use a brush with it because it's very lightweight and it also applies well with a brush. So I'm just gonna go in with a kabuki type of brush. It's not really a kabuki brush, but a brush that is flat on top so that I can stipple it. So that's like 2 pumps. Then I'm just gonna take and go. And then I start from the lower part of my face, just because you're not supposed to apply a lot of product on the top part of your face, mostly because it'll just look cakey. So I prefer starting from down, going upwards, working upwards. As much as I don't like that it's lightweight, I like that it applies so easily. and it doesn't give you that drying effect. Like, you don't feel so dry when you apply it. Personally, I like foundations that are dewy and full coverage, like thick in terms of consistency. But this also does it. And tips that I can give you for finding your foundation color or shade is, first, know your foundation undertone, like know your skin undertone. Like for me, my undertone is golden or yellow. So I normally buy foundations that have a golden undertone. There are people who have cool undertone. There's olive undertones. There's cool undertones. There's pink. Is it pink? Yeah, so there are different types of undertones. Like, for example, if you look at these two, they're both my shade, but this is cool and this is yellowish, like the undertones. So this matches with my skin more than this one. This is Revlon Color Stay. I actually didn't like it. It has some type of smell that I don't like. So I've only used it a couple of times. This foundation, Fit Me foundation, dries so fast. Like, you have to be fast while working with it. And find a primer, because I feel like it applies better with a primer. The primer helps it glide on your skin very easily. This is a phone concealer, a Legal Pro concealer. I've put it in a Fit Me tube. My Legal Pro concealer tube broke, so don't have a choice. And then I don't really use a lot of concealer because I don't really need it. There are some products you don't need that much, like a lot of makeup sometimes doesn't do it. So I just use a little bit under my eyes because I have under eye circles, and then a little bit, just a little bit to brighten my nose, and then here just to brighten my forehead a little bit because I'm going to contour my face. So I need that glow, a little bit of glow. I also put on my mustache. Right now I've shaved them, but sometimes when I've not shaved, actually when you've not shaved your mustache, don't put a lot of concealer because then it's just going to look cakey and it's going to peek through. So I wouldn't advise. Right now I don't have blender, so I'm still going to use, let me use this brush. It kind of has this shape, and my brushes are dirty, so wash your brushes before using. I'm going to use this brush that has this shape so that it can get into those areas that I want my concealer to sit. And I'm going to stipple instead of rubbing because I don't want the product to move around. I feel like Fit Me makes it easy for other products, like products that you're going to put on top of it work so well with it. It's one of those foundations that won't give you a hard time working with. So let's get into the powders. That's basically my foundation routine. So the powder that I'm using, that I'm liking right now, is Revlon. I really like Revlon powders because they have this blurring effect and they have coverage. So right now I'm using this. It's a Revlon New Photo Ready Candid, and it's in the shade 3. The only problem I have with this powder is that it has a cool undertone, and as I've said, my undertone is golden, so I kind of mix it with I mix it a little bit with Maybelline Face Studio Setting Powder. The only reason I don't like this powder, it is okay, it's good, but the only reason I don't like it is it has a white cast. Like, if you take a picture with a flashlight, it will appear white, so I don't like it because of that. So I always mix this and this to get the color that I want. This is the right color that I would want my powder to look like. The only problem is the powder has a white cast, and this is how it looks like. You can see it's brown, dark brown. I like the coverage. I like Revlon powders actually. I don't have a problem with them. I've been using the compact powder, this one, for almost a year right now, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I like that powder so much. So I'm gonna use this, and they have these two holes down here. I'm going to mix it with this one so that I can get the color that I want. I don't like baking because I feel like it kind of makes my under eyes dry. So it doesn't leave me the white cast when I mix it like that. But it gives me that brown, dark brown undertone, which is not my tone. So I might look weird, but I'm going to recover the color with this other powder, the compact powder that I have. I just like this one because I must set my foundation. Know your skin type so that it's easy for you to go and get products for your face. Like foundation, if you have normal to oily skin, go for normal to oily skin. If you have a dry skin, buy foundation for dry skin. Nowadays they always write in almost all foundation. Like you can see this one, they've written here, normal to oily skin. So yeah, this is the Revlon Color Stay. It's Revlon Color Stay in the shade Caramel. I've used it for so long, it has even rubbed off. But as you can see, it's very smooth. And it's exactly my color, Caramel. So if you're my shade, you know what to buy. Then I'm gonna take this brush. It's a little fluffy brush. I'm gonna use this to contour my face. And I'm going to take this palette. It's one of my favorite. Actually, right now it's the only palette that I have that has so many neutrals. So I'm going to take this shade here. It's called Snow White. This one. I'm going to use it to contour. Contouring, you start from where your ear drops to around here, 3/4 way of your face. Don't get to the corner of your mouth. So we're contouring the cheekbones, and if you don't want to have a line, you kind of play with your brush. Just make it, I don't know how to explain it. Just don't hold your brush like this and go in. Just kind of put a light hand on it. I'm not really contouring, but I'm bronzing. If I was contouring, I'd use this color, the gray color, because contouring is like bringing shades onto your face. Sorry, contouring is like bringing shadow into your face, so you kind of need cool toned colors like gray so that you can contour, and then bronze. So what I'm doing is bronzing. I'm not really contouring, just to bring in some color. I'm going to fix all that powder that I've put with a fixing spray. It's a lasting fix. It's by Maybelline. This is how it comes. It says makeup setting spray up to 16 hour wear matte finish. So I've used it, like immediately you spray it on you, you're gonna feel like your skin is being pulled and like pulled together, like tightened. So it works. Immediately you put it, you feel like it works. I don't know how long it stays, because the last time I put it I stayed for 9 hours and I was kind of glowy, not like I wasn't oily, but I was glowing. Not a bad glow. If you don't mind glow, it's okay. So really enjoyed doing this video. I hope you subscribe, like, and tell me which kind of powder you think you'd recommend to me, the kind of powder you use or the one you like. And hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from this video. Yeah, have a nice weekend. Bye.